everything that's been happening in the community lately, it's pretty easy to say that this community is a mess right now. So how could we fix that? How could we return to the glory days of 2016 and 2017 of Julian 2, Wisteria Moon, Apari, and here are a few ways how we can do that. Number 1, return to the fundamentals. The fundamentals include environment, creativity, socialization. If we return to those fundamentals, then we'll have more of a balance in content that is put forth and in the community, and we'll also unite the community more, because then we'll actually have something to identify with in this game. This is not to say that you shouldn't implement your personality or what you do into the game. In fact, Wisteria Moon had a very feminine personality in her videos, but she still kept the fundamentals. And when she kept the fundamentals, you could specifically identify, hey, this is Animal Jam content. And it wasn't really a burden to add the fundamentals either. In fact, it kind of gave a reason to play the game, in a sense. Because now, people who make art, people who draw, people who like having friends, people who like nature and like dance, they have a reason to play the game or to watch content on YouTube about Animal Jam. Now it's just randoms, and there's no reason to do any of that. The second thing that can be done is less of a focus on all this bad news, basically. Now, I'm not saying that we should go, oh, everything's fine, utopia, unicorns, sprinkles, rainbows. No, we should not focus on that either. In fact, that's bad as well. The point I'm trying to make is, we're venturing into a habit where content creators, including the audience, are looking for blunders and issues in the game to point out. It's kind of problematic, because now this reduces content creators to something kind of like a media source. And the media nowadays mostly is political. And that has been the state of the community now. The content that these content creators make, it's often demoralizing to the community, and it makes it more toxic. Even with their intent not to do that, it makes it more toxic because they're constantly saying, this is why this game sucks. Now, I'm not saying that you should ignore commentary on specific issues necessarily, but logically, you shouldn't be looking for blunders, okay? Looking for blunders or looking for reasons to make HHQ bad or to just make Animal Jam bad, it's just wrong. It's just not okay. It's just not right, okay? That's basically like in the real world, where people are constantly looking for reasons for why someone should lose their job, for why someone should be canceled on social media. I don't think it takes rocket science to know that that's not okay. And speaking of cancellation, this focus on all these blunders and whatnot, it also shifts onto users as well. Whether they did something or not, it often is a way to cancel people or get rid of the opponents. Now, HHQ summed this up pretty well in one of their posts. Oftentimes what jammers will do now is they'll try and rally the community and even the company with them to get rid of someone or something. I know this might be somewhat depressing in a way, because it just kind of highlights the fact of how divided and how messy this community has gone. But to end on a high note, if you want to feel united with other people who play Animal Jam, or at least feel like there's somewhat of a different community, go to people such as Denaku AJ and AwesomeIsMe123 because oftentimes they have the fundamentals of the game in their stuff, and they have their own personality twists on it as well. And they're not just focusing on sunshine and rainbows all the time. And yes, they have their own videos, but if you look at their audiences and the overall impact they have on the people they're reaching out to, it's actually a pretty positive response. So if you want to be part of the community but don't really want to be part of all the mess, I'd suggest going to these people. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to discuss this anymore in the comment section, I will be willing to. And if you disagree or agree with something, just say so. I am all willing for discussion. But anyways, I'll see you later. Bye.